Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. Now, many of our friends asking me, why am I named this channel as educational channels? Well, because education is the only way to help everybody to grow positively, to behave positively. This channel is providing informations, the truth, the facts in the history and science so that people be able to grow and to know what is the truth. Now, this channel is not aimed at taking away your school or your lineage. In contradiction, this channel is trying to help everybody to face the truth, face the facts, and with the informations and solutions, you can grow beyond what you have. So today I like to share with you how to fix the broken Wing Chun today. Yes, Wing Chun has been broken for past 100 years. And today it get into a really serious situations already, as I have been shared with you all in my past YouTube. There are many, many flaws in Wing Chun, and it doesn't really work. In addition to it doesn't really work, it has created many, many scam artists, which contribute to screwing up Wing Chun, screwing up people for their own benefit. So this channel is providing the educations, the proper one, so that everybody know what it is. No, we love Wing Chun. We don't want to screw Wing Chun. And also we can get along among us, the Wing Chuners, because there's nothing against each other when it is based on the reality and facts. Meaning everybody can grow, everybody can be better, and sky is the limit. You don't have to put down other people to be better than other people. Sky is the limit. So today I'm going to share with you how to fix this uh, very distorted, broken Wing Chun today. It is this serious, and if we in America do not fix it, it is over. Why? Asia has been shown due to their customs and many, many things, mindset and so forth. There's no way they can fix it. And today I'm going to share with you in this lecture the major, major thing on the systems and the details so that you be able to look at it and you be able to travel the proper directions to fix things one by one. Only that way Wing Chun have a future and we all have a future. Okay, let's start. So, in the past a week or so, I have shared this to YouTube. And due to sharing this to YouTubes, many of our Wing Chun friends and Chinese martial art friends have chat with me. That's why I feel that it is important that I share this YouTube today with you. So, to begin, there is a friend who leave a comment to me saying that so he is a Tai Chi Xingyi practitioner, and he's saying that it is interesting that you quote the text from 1850, pre-Republican era. It seems that most Chinese martial art went off track during the Republican era and what followed. Reading texts about Tai Chi from pre-Republican era or early Republican era when practitioners were using martial art as a part of military caravan security training rather than a public pastime accessible to all, the focus of training was very different. Well, you can read all those things. Okay, so we know that after the Republican of China, the Chinese Kung Fu go very wrong. So what is Republican era? Republican era. Republican era is the time the Chinese overthrown the Qing dynasty. So it is started 1911. So from 1911 until today, for Chinese Kung Fu, it is a mess. Well, the truth is actually the mess start not at 1911 for Wing Chun. The mess has started in 1860s for Wing Chun. 1860s is the end period of the Qing dynasty. At that time, people smoke opium and just do whatever heck they are doing and create all type of legends and stories. So even at that time, we know it is a disaster already. And of course, after the Republican era until today, it is disaster continue on. So this need to fix. If this is not fixed, there is no Wing Chun, there is no Chinese Kung Fu. Because what you heard today on Wing Chun or Chinese Kung Fu, it might not be what it is. The grandmaster, you thought that they are grandmaster or being praised, they might not be grandmaster at all. So that's how bad it is. And as from here, we see that it is not just Wing Chun. Your Tai Chi, your Xingyi, most of Chinese martial art is like that. The Chinese is really very different since 1860. They are not for their country, most of them. They are for themselves. If you read history, why is the Qing dynasty collapsed? Because those officials care more for themselves, their title, their income, their power than the country. And it continues on today. So that's why today you can see all kinds of fake stuff. Okay? We live in America. We need to fix this here. Why am I say that? Am I anti-Chinese? No, I'm not. In fact, I hope, I wish, I pray they straighten their act out. But after waiting, I just feel disappointed because they don't care for what happened. They only care for themselves, their lineage, their grandmaster, whatever, their business making, whatever. Okay. I have been spending almost 50 years on this stuff. So I can share with you in this channel, pinpoint historical records and scientific records, why those things are screwed up, why it never works. So as you can see, it's not only Wing Chun. So we need to fix this. Now, one of the comment which I like to share here is also this. Over here, the this friend say, one small thing I would like to share with you. I never use the words basic because my student think basic is for beginner and want to learn the advanced thing. I use the word fundamental. This is a very good comment. My book, the really important book for Wing Chun and Chinese martial arts, is called Basic Wing Chun Kuen Art and Science. Basic Wing Chun Kuen Art and Science. In fact, it is basic. Now, if I use the term fundamental, I think it is very good. Okay, because there's the fundamental. Today's world, people keeping bullshitting about this advanced stuff, advanced Wing Chun, advanced internal art, advanced this and advanced that. That's for money making. So, what is the truth of this basic and advanced stuff? Let me share with you. Nobody be able to teach you anything advanced if you have not put hundreds or thousands of hours in the basic. Nobody be able to teach you anything advanced. If people tell you about teaching you advanced and wanting money, that's called bullshit. Why? Because it is like a flying a plane. If you don't have that thousands of hours flying, you don't have the foundations. Same thing, like when I was training, practicing Kyokushin, studying Kyokushin in 1974, my Sihan told me, Hendrik, if you don't have three, 400 roundhouse kick every day for a few months, you don't know roundhouse kick. So if you don't have that three, 400 roundhouse kicks practice every day, you will not be able to know that how your body generate that momentum for that roundhouse kick. If you don't know that, you can give millions of dollars to your instructor. He still cannot teach you what is advanced. Because advanced is after you have spent all those time, like roundhouse kick, you kick about three, 400 for say 3 months, only at that time, then you'll be able to see your coach, your instructor, and instructor correct you. Say, when you get in, you do this, you do this. You can have a combo like this way, how you change in the middle of your kick. Without that, you don't even know how to handle your body. So what is advanced? So today, like in Wing Chun, in Chinese Kung Fu, all those advanced set, all the secret internal are bullshit. Okay. And I'm glad that this friend comment on this. He's right. It is the fundamental. Okay. And so the word basic has been distorted. In fact, my book, the Basic Wing Chun Art and Science, I can guarantee you most of the grandmaster today in the world in Wing Chun will not be able to do all those basics. Guarantee you. So is that true? Sure, it's very simple. You just go asking them. It's like you're asking people who have done uh, roundhouse kick 400 times a day for 3 months. You look at them, how they do roundhouse kick, and you ask them the questions, and they can tell you. So the six core element, 13 state, and three system key, you ask those grandmaster. Most of them will never know. Why? Because they never go through. Reality is this cold, but this is not cold intentionally. The mainstream and the real life will never give you face because you have a lot of students, you have been whatever put in the pedestal. Martial art is about war. You better know what you're doing. Okay. So forget about the words advance. Get all the basic under your belt, or else you don't know what you're doing. Especially after you watch this YouTube, you know there's a serious problem there because the term basic and now the term advanced has been making a marketing term for making money, selling nonsense. Now, Chinese Kung Fu today, after the 1860 or so, or the late uh, period of the Qing dynasty and the Republican, it's like at my time, there's a TV show uh, called Gilligan Islands. Okay. No, I was watching this when I was a kid, when I was uh, even before I practiced martial arts. Okay. So go watch this Gilligan Islands. Okay. So Gilligan Island is about this the adventure of seven castaways as they try to survive on an island where they are shipwrecked. Chinese Kung Fu today is a shipwreck in Gilligan Islands. So you have all kinds of character uh, like in the Gilligan Islands. Okay. So when people talk about Chinese Kung Fu today, it reminds me on Gilligan Islands. Go watch it. Okay. You can see all kind of grandmaster in the Gilligan Islands. Okay. Now, Wing Chun has been twisted and broken with this type of image or propaganda. Okay. This is no Wing Chun at all. This called movies, somebody's fantasy. Others, people who know or don't know Wing Chun, will just put all the center line theory, simultaneous attack and defense, economic of motion, chi sao structure. All this thing is really superficial and generalizations which mean nothing in the real life. I say it is mean nothing. You wait until you complete this YouTube, then you know why I say it is nothing there. But empty words. Wing Chun today has been like this condition in putting your center of gravity, how your Fa Jing took out from like the Tai Chi or anything. This is also a distortions. Why? In the real Chinese martial art or in the martial art of the world, when anybody told you they have to have a center of gravity, they have to have a center balance, it is completely nonsense. Those stuff is for exercise. Whenever you have a balance move, a center of gravity in balance, and you have to move in a balanced way, those are never fighting arts, but exercise. But today, Wing Chun, many adapt of this and say, well, if you do this, you can have five people push him, and then you'll be able to handle the strength. Those are garbage when you want to talk about fighting. Those are for exercise, fitness, not for fighting, not martial arts. Okay? People can do this type of routine for fitness, but don't mistake it as for martial art. It never train your martial arts. And also all this dancing stuff, state performance. This is not Wing Chun. This somebody's dance. Now, you thinking that I'm like put down everybody. This is General Chi Chi Guang's writing. Over here, he said that whenever you compete or you fight, you need to learn from sparring with your opponent. Never learn all those flowery stuff. Here he said clearly, yeah. You need to following the instruction, learning from the real life, in today's term, sparring, not those learning sets and learning those structure and all those beautiful stuff. Well, sorry, not this stuff, not this stuff, not this stuff, not this stuff. So if you want to shoot me, go read General Qi Ji Guang's classic for the real Chinese Kung Fu. Okay? Time to wake up. So you see, Wing Chun has been almost completely distorted today. Based on who? General Qi Ji Guang. This is 460 years ago in 1560. This is how he taught his army. You want to fight, you better follow the instructions, learning from your sparring, so you can fight. Not those learning those sets, those secret, those internal, those structure, all those look beautiful stuff. Got it? This is real Chinese martial arts. Now, as in this YouTube, please watch it if you are not watching yet. There are major flaw in today's Wing Chun. Yes, there are major flaw. Okay. Actually, since 1860s, the creations of the three Wing Chun set today and the wooden dummy sets, they are already flawed there. So if you watch the YouTube I shared with you just now, these two YouTube, you know it right away. The first flaw is the breathing flaws. If you don't know breathing, how can you fight? The second is the counter attack momentum. If you don't have that, forget about fighting. Now, so let's go through this three flaws before I give you the big picture and the details how you can fix Wing Chun or how you can use it to analyze any martial arts. Any martial arts system which is not accord to that, you know it is trouble. Now, to fix the flaw of today's Wing Chun since 1860, today's one of the major flaws is put Bruce Lee in the pedal stone and using Bruce Lee to advertise Wing Chun. Everybody want the relationship with Bruce Lee. Those are major flaw. Those are lies. Those are cheating. Bruce Lee walked away from today's Wing Chun to create his Jeet Kune Do. Wing Chun is land swimming for him. That's the truth of Bruce Lee. This is Bruce Lee letter. I have lost faith in Chinese classical art. Okay, here. Because basically all systems are this produce of land swimming, even the Wing Chun school. That's what Bruce Lee, the truth of Bruce Lee. Okay. And then here it said that he's running every day. Uh, and then here it said that Jeet Kune Do is here. I have named my style Jeet Kune Do. Reason for my not sticking to Wing Chun because uh, I sincerely feel that this style has more to offer regarding to efficiency. So this is Bruce Lee's truth on Wing Chun. There is no point to keeping pushing Wing Chun or the Bruce Lee's the relationships just to promote Wing Chun. No, in the reality, the entire Chinese MMA uh, people in China know this. So 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 it's time to take this out and stop promoting Wing Chun with Bruce Lee. Now, for this, we know Wing Chun, we know Bruce Lee is a very respected, great martial artist. He have to work his way to to develop his Jeet Kune Do, blood and sweat. Okay. And we need to actually respect him and praise and look up to him on his hard work and his willing to study. That's Bruce Lee. But do not put him in the pedestal. Do not put him in the pedestal. Bruce Lee is not the king of Kung Fu. Bruce Lee, in fact, doesn't know many, many things. For example, here he said that he said that Chinese Kung Fu is product of land swimming, including Wing Chun. And here he said that he's running every day, okay, uh, sometimes up to 6 miles. Well, he doesn't know Chinese Kung Fu that well. Why? I prove to you. This is General Qi Ji Guang's training to his army, okay, in his writing, as in this book. This is what he said. Running is a compulsory training for every soldier. The standard is to run a mile without being out breath, similar to the practice of running with sandbag on the legs of the ancient. So the ancient Chinese have done that, put sandbag on their legs and run. As the running ability improves, the weight of the sandbag on the leg is gradually raised. When fighting, remove sandbag hanging on the legs. In this way, fighting the enemy become easier. This is leg strengthening training. Why Bruce Lee don't know this? So that's why he called the Chinese Kung Fu as land swimming. Well, we cannot blame Bruce Lee because at his time, 60 years ago, 50 years ago, 1969, they don't have the informations. At his time, he doesn't have the informations as what we have today. That's why I be able to pull this out. Okay. Also, Bruce Lee went away from Wing Chun and he go learn Western boxing and so forth. Everybody know about that. And uh, to create his own style, the Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do is not Chinese martial art. Uh, the in-depth Chinese martial art, even though Bruce Lee call his still Chinese here. Okay, okay. I still call mine Chinese. Okay, but he doesn't really know about the Chinese martial art that much. After this YouTube, you will know. But now, because last time their friend asked me to show evidence that Bruce Lee doesn't know. Let me share with you. So this is Nan Huai Jing. This is Nan Huai Jing. So who is Nan Huai Jing? Buddhist monk, religious scholar, writer, spiritual teacher, and early life in military career. Okay, so he studied Taoist and Chinese medicines. Age of 18, he become a provisional martial art champion after studying several Chinese martial arts. So this is the guy who know about qi and whatever. Okay. So this is his lecture. And here he say particularly, when people ask him, show him Bruce Lee's uh, uh, film at that time. Okay, so this is decades ago. He said that he would rather not show this to the youngster because Bruce Lee do not know how to using the chi, the energy, how to develop his body. And you train this way, you will die. Okay, he said even external martial art is not doing what Bruce Lee doing because Chinese kung fu is always have to follow. Internally, you train your breath. Externally, train your bone, your skin, and your sinews. You have to have all this training. So that is the part of Bruce Lee you have to accept. Okay. Now, also, this is a record. Do you know Bruce Lee injured his back weightlifting? They call it in this case a good morning exercise where you put a loaded barbell on your shoulder and bend over at the hips. Okay, so this is the problem. So I show this to you is to share with you that Bruce Lee is a great guy. Bruce Lee is a great person, a great model, idol. But Bruce Lee is not the Superman. Bruce Lee have things he doesn't know. He is not the ultimate. There are still a lot of things he don't understand. Okay, so don't make what he is not. You respect a person because of what he have done, which is excessively, which is exceed the ordinary people, but you don't make him Superman or godlike. And Wing Chun don't need to use Bruce Lee for the commercial or making use or actually rip off Bruce Lee. So this is a flaw today in Wing Chun need to be fixed. Now, so there's one flaw. You like it or not, today the Chinese martial art, the martial art circle, the MMA circle like Xi Xiaodong, they all know this. How many how can you lies to yourself? You put your head in the hole like a doodoo bird. If you put that, meaning that you just trap yourself dead. Okay. Now, as for the momentum, Wing Chun's flaw is the momentum, and you cannot always have your hand technique this and that, and you have no idea what is momentum. Not to mention, you have no idea on what I share in this YouTube here on the counter attack momentum. Actually, for the momentum, the counter attack momentum, there are active attack momentum and passive counter attack momentum. I have actually made a YouTube on the passive and active. Please watch it if you want to, because you need to know that it's not you just standing down there using your techniques. The real life on fighting is at the first instant, yeah, you attack, but then what is the next? If that person is your student or somebody who have no idea what it is, then you attack. Oh yeah, this hand that techniques. But if that guy is a trained martial artist, then it will involve in how is people is going to counter you and how you going to counter back and all this passive active stuff. And actually, I already shared this attack and counter attack stuff when I wrote my book, Basic Wing Chun Art and Science, 10 years, almost 10 years now. In play of momentum, there are give birth, subduing, controlling, dissolving, and the power of weight. Counter attack momentum, as well I share with you, is the give birth to make use of incoming momentum. This is to make use or borrow the incoming momentum to power a desired momentum. For example, using the opponent's push to power a turning kick. It is in my book again, Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. And today, if we don't want to use the basic term, using fundamental. If you don't know of how you can handle this, the momentum, this 5 ways, I have no idea how you're going to go fight in the real life. Okay. So there's momentum. And for the breathing, you have see it already over there in here. So until those things are fixed, your flaw in the today's Wing Chun, it is there. Okay. How can you face the real uh, martial art of the world today, like MMA, if you don't even know that you have a flaw there, serious flaw? And like the Bruce Lee thing is like you're creating godlike person who is not even supporting you. And not to mention there is no godlike. And Bruce Lee, as what I share with you, doesn't know Chinese Kung Fu that much. He probably learned this set, that set from this Sifu, that Sifu, but he doesn't go in depth. That is for sure. So this is all the proof here. Okay. Now, before I share with you how to understand a systems, the law of martial art, fighting arts, uh, so that here on once for all you can look at that thing and you can using this 4 laws to analyze, to see what you have and what the opponent have. I like first to share with you this. So this is a nuclear bomb, okay? B61-12 bomb. This is a nuclear warhead. If I just share with you this nuclear warhead, well, many people will make a different type of explicit form of the warhead. Okay, like for example, you can have all kinds of stuff like this. Okay, this is explicit design. Well, sure, the avionics and everything, it is important, but you need to know this thing. Okay, the nuclear chain reactions in nuclear bomb. You need to know this thing. You need to know this thing. How the reaction is. And you need to know that the nuclear bomb chain reactions, a nuclear Chain reaction in a nuclear bomb refer to a self-sustained process where the fusions of one atom release neutron and triggering the fusions of nearby atoms, causing rapid uncontrolled series of reactions that release a massive amount of energy in form of explosion. And this is very different than your nuclear power stations. Okay. So to see this, to just talk about what the shape of the nuclear warhead and so forth, the bomb, that is not the key. The key is this. Same thing with Wing Chun, with Chinese martial art. You need to know this. Okay? So let's look into it in deep. So I have already summarized for you the four laws of fighting arts. There are four laws of fighting arts. Any martial art, if it violating one of this or missing this, you know that it is trouble. So this is a universal law. After almost 50 years, I sum this up for you. When you look at your Wing Chun or whatever, your Kung Fu, whatever, it has to fulfill this or satisfy this four laws. If it doesn't, if you're missing, you know that it is trouble. And of course, you can use this to analyze your opponent so you can see the strength and the weakness. Because as Chi Chi Guang said, in this world, there is nothing ultimate. There is nothing always the winner. Thing keeping grow, keeping evolve, keeping changing. When people see your style, people can break you. And if you see other people's shortcoming or flaws, you can break them. So this is the four laws which one can use for that purpose to check ourselves, to check others, so to keep oneself honest and also to be able to analyze your opponent's system to see can you face it. Now, the first thing is platform outlook. The second is game bottom line and uniqueness. The third is details realizations element. The fourth is scientific repeatable verifiability. Platform outlook is this. This is the platform outlook. We know since 460 years ago, the Chinese Kung Fu platform consists of the long fist momentum, the short strike momentum, the ground fighting. That is the basic platform. In today's world, if you look at this using this Chinese 1560s platform, you can see that MMA have the long fist, have the short strike, have their their ground fighting, but their ground fighting is a different style. But they do have the long shot and ground fighting. So they have a comprehensive platform. If you look at Wing Chun today, you got a problem. Today's Wing Chun platform is really limited. Maybe just one or two, very narrow. Okay. So you know that from the platform outlook, you have to have momentum, power, strength, momentum, movement, all these things. That's platform outlook. So the first thing you check them. What is the platform outlook of that martial arts? If it's example like today's MMA, you see that they have a full platform outlook. If you don't have a full platform outlook, you know what you are missing. You know what you don't know is going to get you out or take you down. So that is the platform outlook. The second, game bottom line and uniqueness. Every martial arts systems have a uniqueness. Wing Chun 1850s uniqueness is this sticking body so close to the opponent's body, have forearm. That is the uniqueness. That is the game bottom line, meaning that they're going to get you this close using their forearm to counter attack you. Now, if you look at this uniqueness, say for example, you see BJJ. BJJ have a different uniqueness and the uh, the game bottom line. BJJ want to take you down to the ground. Okay, if you look at say the 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 pencak silat, okay, the pencak silat from Indonesia, from Malaysia, you see that they get really close. Okay, but you can see that the body jamming of Wing Chun do not exist in pencak silat or no, it doesn't matter. It's from Indonesia or from Malaysia. And of course, Pencak Silat have its own uniqueness. It's nothing good or bad, but you see how the differences. And over here, the body arm is a very important thing, and also the leg management for the Wing Chun 1850. Now, of course, if you see Pencak Silat, they have their uniqueness also. They can go up and down. They have the throw and so forth. You can see their uniqueness. Okay, so you can see their strength, and that is the game bottom line and uniqueness. Every style, when you go practice a martial art, you since the first day you have to practice start with the basic or fundamental of that uniqueness. If you don't have that uniqueness, you are asking for trouble. It's like you go train BJJ. Start from the first day, you need to go rolling. You train judo, the same, right? So one need to really know their styles, game bottom line, and uniqueness. Or else, what are you training? When people said Wing Chun is a concept art, when you fight differently. You fight like a Western boxing or BJJ. That's called nonsense, meaning you have no idea what is the bottom line or the killing field. So Pencak Silat will like to get you this close too, and using the Pencak Silat uniqueness to eat you alive. BJJ will get you this close by going down to the ground to eat you alive. Wing Chun is going to get this close and is going to jam the hell out of you, stick at you, and eat you alive. Okay? So if you're not trained with that, you don't have a killing field, you don't have your own domain where you can take out the opponent. The third is the detailed realizations of elements. In order to realize, implement your outlook, your platform outlook, and your game bottom line uniqueness, you need to have a detailed realization element. And in Wing Chun 1850s, it is the six core element. It is the six core elements. The physical, the mind, the breathing, the chi element, the strength, and the momentum element. You need the details there, the element. And furthermore, the details from the physical, you see that there's a seven bolts. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. And how they're using these seven bolts to inject force, action and reaction force. This is called action force injection. This is called reaction force injection. This is still in my book, Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. Well, it is basic, or now we want to call it fundamental. This is all belongs to the detail of realizations element. If you don't know this, you don't know about the uh, the the six core element, how do you handle your body, all this, how you handle your body and how you handle your action reaction force. You don't know the detail. You have nothing to implement that. And of course, this is the what the Wing Chun have, the seven bolts, and you can look at it in today's sport science. It become the mobility and stability continuum. But you look at this it doesn't tell you about the fit bolt. It's only one, two, three. Okay, this is four, five, six. It doesn't tell the fit bolt, but it still apply there. There are mobility and stability continuum because this is human. But this is again that details is supporting the uniqueness of Wing Chun, right? The seven bolts here. Now, the force flow here. And then, of course, the momentum, as what I just shared with you. This is in the same book, how you want to play momentum. You play momentum in the way of give birth, subduing, controlling momentum. Like the subduing momentum is to counter against. This is to withstand the incoming momentum, such as blocking a punch. That's how you need to have your detailed realizations element. If you don't have this, you are not be able to implement whatever it is. So if you don't have the platform outlook, you don't know where are you in the map. It's like in military, do you have the land fighting, the sea fighting, the air fighting? Do you have all? Which one? The second game bottom line is, so which is your strongest? Is the land to fight in the sea, to make the war in the sea, on the air? Which one? The third is, so how are you going to realize it? What technology you have? And the fourth is scientific repeatable verification, okay, or verifiability. You you have all this, and you need to be able to get that thing to be repeat, to reproduce it, and be able to scientifically verify it. Otherwise, how the hell you know what it is? It's not like today. Everybody talk about chi, but chi what? Everybody talk about chi, but chi what? Do you know all about this thing? No. So again, for this detailed realization element, I just share with you the body, the how to use the body, and then the action reaction force. Share with you here the momentum, and then your breathing. How is all this breathing stuff? So those are all belong to the detailed realizations. Now, for the scientific repeatable verifiability, just look at this. So to model whatever the 1850s Wing Chun. You can model it this way today. Okay. So all this thing is the based on the scientific, the heart rate zone, and you have the categorizations of chi neurosync training, fitness training, and strengthening training. It is a progressive training. You can take a snapshot here. So this is H model. This is called H model. Take a snapshot here, you can read, okay? Progressive training is the key of 1850s Wing Chun training, refer to the H model as shown in that, okay? The heart rate zone 5 is the maximum heart rate zone. Intense function training belong to the heart rate zone 3 above, all this thing. And ignoring this progress training guideline could lead to physical injury due to pushing physical way above limit. In addition, the training under Zone 1 consists of recovery training, which is a must after high intensity training. So it is model so that it be able to be carried out, to be repeated by anybody who practice this. Okay. The key is you need to be able to reproduce it, repeat it, so that every student got it. Okay, it's not something, oh, you practice your 小脸套, you'll get it someday. No, non bullshit. Okay, if you don't get it the first day, you never get it anyway. So this progressive training, and then it is this type of training because whatever specific you train here, and you know the progression, how you need to do, or else you damage your body. Okay, now using scientific language to present what is the ancient teaching. And also right now you get what? You got scientific tracking. So here effective training is a well-defined, measurable, trackable, repeatable training. Okay. So specific training can be analyzed, correction can be made if necessary. Reproducibility meaning refer to ability to repeat the same type of training with high quality. Okay. So this is being able to scientifically measure training effect will provide detailed insight that can greatly improve the quality and methods of traditional Chinese martial art training. This is very different from the past personal opinion based of subject estimations. So there's number 4. Today is 2025, so don't bullshit, okay? You need to be able to have that, or else what are you teaching? What are you practicing? Okay? And that's why you can all have all those with your fitness uh, uh, gadget. You can measure from your chi nurture, your fitness, and your fighting training. Your chi nurture, fitness, and the fighting training. You can measure it. Now, I want to share with you this progressive training is no joke. Okay? Because at the chi neurosync training and strengthening training, your blood, yes, your blood flow, your blood flow distributions is different. So at rest, at rest, or your chi neurosync training, your blood flow, okay, like it going to your your kidney, your abdominal, okay. While in your strengthening training, or your endurance training, or your fighting training, your blood flow distributions is going towards your skeleton muscle. And like here, your abdominal distributions get less, and your kidney get less. So that's why the training here is not the training of here. The training of here is not training of here. Okay? Now, one thing I want to share with you. The Chinese call this the training of qi and energy. This is the training of your bone, your muscular endurance, your muscle endurance, your strength. This thing over here in the Qi neurosync training is actually to to charging your energy to get you have inadequate energy in your body, like your blood and so forth, in your internal organs, so that you can recover. Over here, it is you go to your muscle skeleton because the focus in your muscle. Now, so the progressive way, as I put it here, the ancient Chinese, you need, or the Wing Chun 1850, you need to first develop this, especially for people who is aging, like me, 60 something. It's better to get this thing, get your energy, your blood flow, everything's proper before you get into the fitness training where you have the circulations and then you get the strengthening. So this is circulation. This is your energy, store your energy charging. This is your circulations. And of course, in the between here, the zone 2 here is about your mitochondria, important stuff. Or this is your aerobic endurance. This is your anaerobic, and this is your endurance, your power, your strength. Now, so the ancient Chinese, as I explained here, first you train this way. You have to have this educate, and then your circulations, and you go through the 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 uh, the endurance, your grow your muscle, those kind of thing, your strength training. Now, but after 40 years old, Chinese training usually cut down on the strengthening. So the major training will be the chi flow and the fitness, and then you get minimum training here. You still need to train there so that your bone and so forth. But this is the most important. When you get to over 60 like me, well, this is very minimum. I still need to do that, but it is minimum. It is usually is so that I have adequate energy, blood flow, whatever in my internal organs and the circulations in my internal organs, and then I have the mitochondria take care of aerobic endurance and so forth, and then this one do a little bit. So when if I fall sick or not as well, then I'm not going to go here. I'm going to train over here. That is the Chinese way, the Wing Chun 1850 way. Now, if you just do chi sao or push hands, mostly you are just doing this fitness level of training. You are not doing this. And of course, you cannot fight. Come on. This one is a different realm. Okay. So this has to be understood. Now, for this Qi neurosync training or your Qi Gong training, you need to be careful that the first thing. Okay, so this is the two axes. One is the calmness, one is awareness. You need to actually get your calmness level up, which is in the in the our Western words language, English language. It's called call yourself back. That's the first steps before you can train chi or anything, or before from the intelligent world you get to the natural world. If you want to train your chi and everything, you have to go to the natural world. You cannot be manipulative here. For your strengthening training and so forth, you can go here, but for the chi neural thing is always here now. So this is the first line of the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao. Okay, so this in English, Chinese, this in English. Quiet the mind, return to awareness, standing in equal shoulder stand. Quiet the mind, return to awareness is actually called mindfulness or call yourself back. Okay, so as here explained, he said, tranquilize the mind, tranquilize the mind, chi will follow, keep a sense spirit within. How could illness rise? This is classic describe a calm mind and quiet mind leads to energy or chi nurturing. You need to develop that, quiet your mind or call yourself back in order to get here. And now, of course, we can today scientifically check with with your heart rate, your breathing rate, with your heart rate variability. Nobody can bullshit if you have a real qigong or not. Okay. Now this is good for everybody and good for especially people with old age. Okay, so qi nourishing and fitness is good for health. And this one is extra. You need to strengthen, yes, your bone and so forth. And majorly, this is for fighting. If you don't train, you don't get it. Okay. Now, it's important to make this clear for you so that you know what the heck is what. Now, I have made this YouTube here for free for you so that you be able to get the basic of the chi neurosing. Okay. Well, it's in my book. Like this is Wing Chun Inceptions. But I make this for you so that it's free. You can, everybody can go watch it, really comprehend it, and then really go do it. Otherwise, how the hell you know? Okay, this is for free. Again, it's education. So everybody, okay, every Wing Chuners, every Chinese martial artist, you just go do this free. Okay, this is the basic. If you don't get that, forget about whatever the internal, the chi, blah blah blah. Okay, forget about it. Okay, and then for here, you're walking and all this can do fitness, aerobic, endurance stuff. Now let's talk about this strengthening training. Well, this is a strengthening training. Your explosive power and your speed, your endurance, you all have to do this. If you don't have this training, forget about fighting. If your school have never trained this way, forget about it. And so let's look into this. Hmm. In that strengthening training or the fighting training, you have something called functional training. Functional training is sport specific training, which is comprehensive strength training for directly contribute to the improved activity of the athlete pursuit. Why? Why functional training? Remember I talked about this. Remember I talked about this game bottom line and uniqueness. Remember I make an example that BJJ is one way, Pencak Silat is one way, Wing Chun is one way. They are all different. They all have their strength. Well, every one of them, Silat or Wing Chun 1850 or BJJ, they have a different functional training. They have a different functional training. Okay. So it is to directly contribute to improve activity of the athlete pursuit very specifically. Okay. So if you don't have that type of the functional training, forget about it. Okay. And I'm talking about this is at this explosive this training, strengthening training, or I call endurance training or fighting training. Okay. So within that, you have your functional training. And within that, you need to know what is the strength, what is the power, what is the movement trainings. You don't mix all that together. And like for here, you need to know the neuromuscular efficiency. Okay. And you need to know that the muscle building and strength training, they are different stuff. Okay. So like here it said that muscle building focus primarily on increase the size of your muscle, while strengthening training emphasize improve your ability to lift heavier weights, prioritizing functional training over pure muscle mass. Have you all heard about that? People say, "Oh, Wing Chun, you're not supposed to lift weight." That exactly show you that those people have never do the strengthening training, have no idea on the muscle uh, building training and the strengthening training. How the hell you going to uh, to 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 train your body to fight if you do not get these things sorted out? Anybody who fight need to have strength training, and strengthening, lifting weight and everything is not necessary for muscle building. So that's why just now I say that a lot of grandmasters have no idea what I'm talking about. Why? It doesn't even have the basic, because you can do strength training, emphasize improving your ability to lift heavier weights, prioritize functional strength over pure muscle mass. Of course, you train in the fighting training. You are not just like you see many Wing Chuners when they post a pose, they show their big muscle there or their oversized muscle in their arm and so forth. You know they have no idea what they are doing. Okay. So in today's science, you know exactly what it is. And of course, in the strength training, you need to have your momentum training, like this one. High speed, your entire body. You have to strengthen it, have your cardio, have your stamina. You need to do deadlift so that you can build your muscle. Your back muscle here is very important. You need to do sprinting. Okay, so you can shoot out, you can create that momentum. You need to do this redwood training band, handling your dynamic momentum so that you be able to function dynamically. And you need to use this iso chain to go up and down for resistance, for resisting, handling the body. You need to do hammering your wooden dummy. Why? Because you need all this repeatable training in order for you to support your uniqueness. So you need all the scientific, repeatable, reproducible training so that you be able to support your uniqueness or your game line, bottom line and uniqueness. Like the BJJ guy will have to train, have their details and their scientific, variable, repeatable in order to develop their body so that they can fight with their uniqueness. Like in the details realization element, you look at Rickson Gracia, he's training his breathing. You look at Masao Oyama in Kyokushin, training the ibuki, the breathing, the muscle, the strengthening, and so forth. So you need to have those four laws to know where you stand, what are you doing. Okay. So this is what it is. It's like you need to know your nuclear chain reaction. No, don't just talking about this thing. You need to be able to see the entire thing. Now, without this, with whatever I just shared with you, how are you going to fix the broken Wing Chun today? The answer is no, you cannot do anything because you get people, as you always heard, oh, Wing Chun, you must not lift weight. Huh? What the heck you're talking about? Wing Chun, you do chi sao. Internal art, in Tai Chi, you do push hand. What? If you don't build your muscle up, your muscle endurance training, how the hell are you going to fight? So, you want to fix the Wing Chun of today's? You want to fix the flaw? You look into this. It will tell you. Okay? So, this is what I like to share with you today. Martial art is hard work. Martial art means you need to know what you can do, what you cannot do. It's like I'm 67 now, and I mean, am I going to do all those the strengthening training and all those endurance trainings? Of course not. My body cannot take it. Like when I'm 30 years old, right? So all whatever I share with you. Okay, so one thing is that traditional Chinese martial art always have two paths. One is the fighting skill I share with you already, the momentum and so forth. One is the physical development. I share with you the breathing, the bone tendon, and the stillness. You know, call yourself back, and then your chi, and then your anti-impact, your breathing. So it has to have this, and then it consists of this four, and it is really systematic stuff. So you can today you can track what the heck, do you have the training or not? Okay, the martial art part and the body condition to support that part. Okay, so this is the educations I want to give you all. Otherwise, you guys are going to screw yourself if you don't see this full picture. Now, so all of this is in my books. Okay, so this is very important. Even though it's called Basic Wing Chun Kit Art and Science, this is the foundation, fundamental. If you don't know this, forget about it. And for the fighting part, the more detailed, the Kung Fu 1560s, the Chi Chi Guang, and these three books is really important for the Wing Chun 1850. The four laws I share with you is all in here. This is the Qi neurosing stuff. This is both in the fitness and the fighting part with the breathing and so forth. Now, actually, God or heaven is really nice to us. At least I can tell you this, my secret missions. For past 9 years, I already present what the ancient Chinese have in English and in science in all this book, whatever I just present to you, over here. It is lucky that we have that done. If I die in the in the middle of this, then the knowledge not transfer. But now the knowledge transfer to the United States of America. So we have already actually transferred the Wing Chun 1850s knowledge to America more than China or Asia have today. And we even now have it in the scientifically verifiable. We know exactly what it is. Now, I'm not looking down for those who is in Asia. In fact, I feel sad for them because they have their burden, they have their mindset, they trap in whatever it is, they don't see the thing. And what you can see is the entire thing going down. And everybody have this big ego, my lineage, and keeping creating their stuff where it's non-exist in the Chinese history, cannot proven by the science. And you can hear that many people say, oh, I have this Wing Chun 1700, I have this Chi, this Tai Chi. You just use the four laws I just shared with you. You know they fall flat. You know they cannot face MMA. You know. You look at MMA, you check like a checklist for the four laws. You know MMA pass all of this. What to argue? It is a war. It is like the nuclear bomb I just shared with you. You want to play with nuclear bomb, you better know the details, the big picture and details in details. Or else you're just kidding yourself. So this is what I share with you today. I just talk straight because it's not about me, it's about you. Now, of course, not everybody like to face reality. Not everybody like to improve. But I only speak for those who have heart, who want to do the proper thing, who want to stand tall. We don't put down people, but we need to know what is the hoop and loops and what is the problem we need to avoid and what is the direction we need to progress and keeping growth. Now, speaking of what I just shared with you, it is no longer just Chinese, right? I tell you about the mitochondria, the neuromuscular efficiency, all those Western science. So right now, I have done the homework for you all for using my almost 50 years of my life to do this for you all. Do I have a school? I don't. Do I let people call me Sifu? I don't. Why? Because my goal is only one thing. How can we make the best use of Wing Chun to benefit everybody? You provide constructive result for people, people thank you. Because most of the people in this world are good people. And if you do positive thing, people will follow it and people will thank you for that. But as a human, I don't even think about people thank me. I just think about for my life, what have I contribute to human, to people? What do I have done? Oh yeah, go to university, be an engineer, make a lot of stocks money and so forth, and then I die. I don't want those kind of life. I want something which is at least I can help people to think better, to live better, to do better.